This is William Ng, Managing Editor of Successful Meetings Magazine. We're here live at the 2011 Meeting Professionals International World Education Congress in beautiful Orlando. And I'm here with Tammi Runzler, Senior Vice President of Convention Sales and Services for Visit Orlando. And she's here to tell us all the wonderful and latest developments about the destination. Thank you, Tammi.
Oh, thank you. Welcome to Orlando. One of the things that we wanted to talk about a little bit, I believe, was a recent record that we broke. 2010, we had a very distinctive honor of being the first destination in North America to exceed over 50 million visitors in 1 year. We actually exceeded over 51 million, so we not only broke the record, we exceeded it pretty nicely as well. And that was a combination, of course, of business travelers and those that are coming here for leisure reasons, for vacation, and also a combination of domestic travelers, which have always been very important to the destination, and a significant increase in international visitors to the destination. We know that it has been very, very important over the years that we maintain the status of being an affordable destination and an accessible destination. We have focused very much on making sure that people have the ability through the accessibility to get here, and have really, really tried to make sure that we have maintained a high flight load in and out and from all over the world, as well as domestically. As well, we think it's a very affordable destination. People can come, they can afford accommodations here if they want to stay in a higher-end hotel or something that's a little bit more budget-friendly. They're able to move around, enjoy the attractions, enjoy the restaurants, and be able to afford to do that. We know that Orlando, we're very fortunate. Most people are familiar with Orlando. We don't have to invest a huge amount of energy educating people from around the world on Orlando. We're fortunate that it is a known product. But again, we have to make sure that people can still get here, that want to get here, and then can afford to have a fabulous experience when they're here.
Great. And congratulations to Orlando for setting that record.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we were very, very excited throughout the destination. A lot of excitement about that.
I think it's a great testament to the destination.
I do too, and I hope that not only is it a testimonial to the ability, what I mentioned, to get here and afford to be here, but also the experience people have. If you're coming on business, if you're coming on vacation, we're really a destination that has always focused service levels and people having a positive experience while they're here in town with us. It is just a destination that knows good service means everything. You may come for the first time, but you come back because of the experience that you did have. And that's really what that service level is about, making sure everyone that comes to Orlando and everyone that leaves Orlando says, I was treated very well, experienced fabulous service, and I want to come back.
Terrific, terrific. And Orlando is a destination that is continuously investing in its infrastructure, from the convention center to all the different properties. But one of the more recent developments is the Amway Center. So please tell us about the Amway Center as a group venue.
Well, the Amway Center, which is probably going to be known to most people that actually see this, it's home to the Orlando Magic. Opened last season to a very successful season, and next year in 2012 we're so excited. National Basketball Association actually has decided to have the NBA All-Star Game, which is a full week full of festivities around that game at the Amway Center. Amway Center, for those who know a little bit about Orlando, it's about 10 miles toward downtown Orlando from the convention center. So it's very, very accessible to the people that are here attending meetings and conventions, to the people going to the attractions. 10 miles via interstate, and it's right at the heart of downtown Orlando. Plus gives people a chance to see downtown Orlando. They don't always get to see that when they come in. It is an incredible venue. It was a venue that was built absolutely ensuring everyone that comes in has an amazing view, an amazing experience. Not only is it home for the Orlando Magic, there are so many performing musical acts that are coming in. There are private venues there for private groups of absolutely all sizes. The catering facilities are amazing. Their potential is unbelievable. It goes way further than the traditional sports arena. You really have to see it to believe it, to understand that you can have an incredibly fun event there. You can have a very, very high-level VIP event there. And again, it's unique. One thing that I know they're extremely proud of, they are the first arena that came in with their LEED certification. So it was built with the right intentions, and it's absolutely servicing so many groups and individuals.
Great. And on the international meetings front, Orlando is quickly becoming a hub for meetings from organizations from South and Latin America. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The vast majority of the groups that come into Orlando that are utilizing the Orange County Convention Center have an international contingency. I'm sorry, there is a bug. Have an international contingency that comes to their meetings anyway. And so many of the groups are excited about coming to Orlando because, again, we go back to that affordability and accessibility. Their international attendees are excited to come to Orlando. They're able to get here. We now provide direct flight service in and out to 24 different international cities around the world. And it's a comfortable city for them to come to. We have seen a huge growth from South America. A lot of groups come to us and say, we want to grow our attendance, we want to grow our presence in South America, and we think Orlando is the city to do that. We're very quickly becoming known as the hub for South American travelers, particularly those coming here for business. The direct flight situation, the affordable flights, the frequent flights, and just our willingness in this destination to adapt, to service them, to make sure that they're very comfortable here. There are guides provided in their language. We have websites provided in their languages. They're welcome in Orlando. They have a great time, and hopefully there's everything that they're looking for in a destination when they come, again, for business travel or leisure traveler. But I will tell you, a lot of groups are starting to consider Orlando home for one or more of their meetings just because of how attractive it is to those international travelers, and yes, over the past 2 years, in particular to that South American and Central American market.
Great development there. Another a very exciting development is the Medical City, and which has a lot of potential to attract medical meetings and medical professional groups. So if you can, please talk about that, where it's at this moment, and what you can expect from it.
Physically, again, for those that have some knowledge of Orlando, Medical City is being developed about 3.5 miles southeast of the Orlando International Airport. And we have started to see some of their facilities opening, and over the next 2 years we'll continue to see most of them open and flesh out. Burnham Institute is already up and running. The University of Central Florida, they have their school there, they have their research facility there. That's all up and running. Veterans Hospital is being built there. And again, many medical organizations are putting a facility there. This Medical City in Orlando is only one of 2 being developed in the world. The other one is being developed in Dubai. So we are extremely fortunate as a destination to see this incredible resource that is going to be known throughout the world actually be in our community. And it's incredible resources for those meetings and conventions that are coming here. They're amazed at the sheer talent that is being displayed there. The facilities are state-of-the-art. They're like no other in the world. Nemours Children's Hospital is coming in. They're one of the next ones to open. And their facilities are unbelievable, what they do with children's medication and medical practices. This facility, it's going to be very much self-sufficient. They are going to have a residential element, a retail element. They are planning on having a couple of hotels out there. But what the groups are very excited about is their ability to tap into speakers, to either be speakers during general sessions, to help facilitate sessions and concurrent events during their programs. Also, wonderful opportunity to take the attendees away from the convention to very meaningful off-site venues, to interact with some of the specialists from around the world in their particular field. So absolutely, it's amazing the amount of resources that are literally being placed in Orlando and will touch so many aspects of the medical and healthcare world.
Great. A very exciting development,
Yeah,
and
very
best of luck
so.
to Orlando for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about the changing restaurant scene. Orlando is quickly becoming a culinary capital. Besides all the chain restaurants that we know, it's also home to a lot of great independent eateries.
Right.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Well, it's probably one of the biggest stories that have occurred over the past 5 to 6 years in Orlando. As Orlando continued to grow and develop, one thing we do is we listen to what our visitors tell us. And the story of what they were telling us 7 or 8 years ago is you have fabulous attractions, you have great hotels, you have great meeting facilities. You need to up the ante some on the dining offerings. And there was a tremendous commitment on behalf of this destination to respond to that exact request. And now you're right, we have some of the most unique, some of the most exciting restaurants anywhere in the country. And the really wonderful thing about them as it relates to the meetings world, the business world, is most of these restaurants understand the need to be able to service business guests. They have private facilities, private rooms. Most of them have staff to work specifically for those that are looking to do a group event in their restaurant. And there is a tremendous amount of options within very, very close proximity to any business resort, to the convention center. It's all right here. Some of it's walkable from the convention center where we're sitting today, but if you go out in the 3-mile radius around the convention center from Lake Buena Vista to Restaurant Row along Sand Lake to Point Orlando, there is absolutely no limit to what you can find in the dining world now. And I'm excited because I have been in Orlando working for over 20 years, and I did hear the comments about you need to improve dining, you need more dining options. I don't hear those comments anymore. People are absolutely amazed when they come back, if it's been a year or if it's been 5 years. They're absolutely astounded at the dining options that we have now. As well, we've created a lot of culinary talent, so it's definitely an area that I can say probably gets one of the most improved awards in Orlando.
Perfect. Sounds terrific. And maybe quickly describe Visit Orlando's upcoming branding initiative as a business destination.
Very quickly, it's simple. Around the world, people know Orlando as a place to go for vacations, for leisure, for fun time. Our attractions, Visit Orlando, has done an incredible job of branding Orlando. And this is now just our way of going out and telling people in a compelling way that they can understand that there's a very distinctive business side to Orlando as well. For those that are visiting to have their meetings, their conventions here, and also as an economic community. There's a lot of depth here in technology, there's a lot of depth here in simulation and training, there's a lot of depth here in our healthcare facilities and in our electronics arts communities. So we in absolutely no way are taking away from the wonderful leisure side of it. We just need to go out and tell the story a little bit better about the business side of Orlando.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Again, this is Successful Meetings Magazine. We're here in beautiful Orlando for the 2011 MPI WEC.
Thank you. Have a great stay.
Thank you. Successful meetings start here.